I will do that. Good morning, everybody. My name is Olivia Valentine, Mayor Pro Tem for the City of Hawthorne, and I'm going to go ahead and call the meeting to order at, I believe that's 10:38 a.m. I think I'm going to skip self-introductions for now. Perhaps we'll wait until the chair comes and he can do the self-introductions. I'll move ahead to public comment. Is there any public comment?
No public comment.
Okay. So hopefully everyone has had a chance to look at the consent calendar. It's in your agenda. And if there are no comments or anything that anyone would like to say about it, I would like to entertain a motion to approve it.
So moved.
And is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. David, may we please have a reverse roll call?
Any objection to approving the consent calendar? Any abstentions? Okay, thank you.
All right. Let's see, where am I going from here? I don't see, oh, all right.
We've
Next
got the
should,
working
yeah.
group.
I'm looking for the rest of the agenda, which seems to have escaped me. Let's see.
The next item is the infrastructure working group report from Ted.
Okay. All right, may I have the infrastructure working group, please?
Yes, good morning, everyone, and Happy New Year. Ted Simon from the City of Redondo Beach. The IWG group did not have a meeting last month, but we do have a meeting this coming Wednesday, and we'll fill you in at the next Transportation Committee meeting.
Thank you. The transit operators working group?
Is anybody here from the working group? Because I can give the update if not.
All right, Steve, please go ahead.
So we did meet and
Leslie's here.
oh, but I don't think she was at the meeting.
Yeah, go ahead and give the update.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Of course, transit operators met and discussed the upcoming resumption of fare enforcement and fare collection on the bus systems. That'll be today. Actually, they're resuming fare payment today. In addition, we talked about the Super Bowl service and the fact that there is more resources being brought to the Super Bowl by the public transit agencies. I think they're adding 2 or 3 additional runs from each of their collection facilities where people are going to be able to park and ride to the games. There was discussion of the Fare Free program that Metro is doing. I think Torrance is just beginning to participate. Redondo is not participating at this time, I don't think. And so I think that was the major updates from their committee.
All right, thank you. Metro Service Council report?
Dawn is not here this month and they did not meet. So we'll have an update next month.
Thank you. Next, the Caltrans District 7 South Bay projects update.
David, do you want to do that?
Yeah, Kelly, did you have any other updates to give besides what's in the packet?
Have any other updates to give other than maybe to tell this group if it hasn't been noted that Jimmy Shi has retired from Caltrans as of December 31st. So I just barely registered for this meeting and coming in, and I'll be working on replacement and making sure that we're still getting that information.
So are you going to be,
We said it's good.
are you the new Jimmy? We've had Jimmy for like a decade, I think.
Yeah, I know. Well, Jimmy worked for me, and I'm going to be here for now with Sergio. I don't think I see him on.
We can't hear you, Kelly.
You're-
Sorry. sorry, I am going to be representing Caltrans for now with Sergio Carvajal, who's working for me as well. And then once I figure out replacing Jimmy, we'll give you a new person if not me or.
Okay, just make sure that David gets the updated information because he sends out all the notices and such.
Okay, yes.
Attachment D in the packet, which is page 21, I guess, are the status of Caltrans projects. And when I got that over the holidays. I asked a lot of questions about what's happened to the status when it says it's going to delayed or whatever. And Caltrans was going to get back to us with the answer to my questions. So hopefully we'll get that from somebody soon, Kelly.
Yes, I'll follow up. I believe I saw Jimmy asking the project managers, but I didn't see whether anybody replied to
No.
him.
Well, we
So
didn't.
I'll
we
make sure
didn't
that
get
we
it yet.
reply to you.
Yeah, we didn't get it yet. Thanks.
Okay, I'll make sure that we get it, the updates to your questions.
And can we also, from Rancho Palos Verdes, we'd like to be able to get updates on Western Avenue as well in the
Okay.
future. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a state highway in that section.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
And so it's a Caltrans project. It's on the list, I think.
The list that's in the agenda packet are the ones that are receiving Measure R&M funding. So it's a narrowed down list from what we have previously seen. So
So Western is
that
not
Western
on
Avenue-
that because they're paying for that themselves.
correct.
Well, but it would be nice to see what Caltrans is doing in the South Bay. So maybe we need like a large list and a smaller list.
Project.
Thank you.
Okay,
We'll just add a separate section with Measure R, Measure M, and then other. And we'll put it in other.
And I can work with you, Kelly, going forward.
okay, you have my info, right? I think.
Yeah. Yep.
Great, thanks.
Okay. So I guess that's it for that item.
Is
Olivia.
that all? Okay, thank you. Next is Measure R and Measure M Metro Budget Request Project Process Updates.
So Metro has a semi-annual update process and we go annually. So we had submitted all of our projects as of the end of last February for June, July. I just read on their preliminary agenda that they're taking mid-year Measure R&M project updates to their own board. And I've asked David to follow up on that. That was just sent out this morning. So we'll get you an update. If there's anything in terms of additional funding that active projects have requested that wasn't in our Metro budget request, we'll let you know what the new changes are as we find out.
And when did you say those mid-year updates will be coming?
They're going to the Metro board this cycle, so they'll go out by the end of the month. They'll be approved by Metro board. And I was surprised because normally we get an annual and this is a semi-annual update. So I don't know what projects are on it. And I asked David to check it out this morning and we just don't have an answer back yet.
All right, thank you. Next is Metro C Line, Green Line, 3-year maintenance scope, schedule, and budget.
Okay. Oh, okay. So Metro has a policy of updating and refurbishing its rail lines once every 25 to 30 years. And they're just starting to work on the Green Line update and maintenance program. We had expected, based on conversations we had a couple of years ago, or a year and a half ago maybe, to have increases in frequency, increases in power needed, and extension of platforms on the Green Line to be 3-car platforms throughout. The problem we ran into is that Metro has changed their operating recommendation. They're going to come to staff this month and discuss that change. Generally speaking, what they want is a 1-seat ride from Torrance all the way up to the Exposition line, which is something that I think we had asked for. But in order to do that, they're going to have to move the transfer point for the Green Line South, it used to go straight through to El Segundo, to the stations in El Segundo. Instead of having it at Aviation, they're moving it up to the airport station. So what will happen is you'll have a Crenshaw line that'll come down to the Aviation station, and you'll have a Green Line from Norwalk going to the Aviation station. And you'll have a through trip from the Torrance all the way up to Expo. So those people who are current, I think there are 300 or 400 people a day who are currently getting a one-seat ride from Norwalk to El Segundo that'll have to transfer at the new airport station under their new operating plan. Because of that new operating plan, they also will not have to extend the platforms anytime soon. There's enough capacity with 2-car platforms that they won't have to do it in this new operating plan. So they're going to bring us the details to a staff presentation, and we'll come back next month with a full update. They'll make a presentation on what their new operating plan is going to look like and what that means for platform extensions and power increases. So I don't have any technical answers, just the general context of what's going on.
I would hope that they'll focus on the one-seat rides and where they are, you know, like if you want to go to the airport and you live in Norwalk, is that a one-seat ride, that kind of stuff?
Yes, that's a one-seat ride. But if you want to go north on the Crenshaw line, you have to transfer. Or if you want to go from Norwalk to Torrance, you're going to have to transfer.
But if you
you'll
want to
have
go
a
from
one-seat
Torrance-
ride to the airport. And if you want to go from Crenshaw to the airport, it's a one-seat ride. If you want to go from Torrance to the airport, it's a one-seat ride. And it continues on all the way up to Expo.
Okay.
So that's my sense of what they've told me, but I want Jackie to be briefed, and I want everybody to understand it before we bring back a formal presentation in February. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Is that all?
that's all on that one.
All right. Metro Golden Opportunity Letter. Attachment E.
So Metro has asked for a significant amount of funding in the in the state budget surplus for a significant increase in funds for their projects. And they've asked for the COG and all the other COGs to support that request by a motion. And by supporting that request, they are not asking us for our own letter, although we can do one if we want, where we take exception to the contents of the letter. But if we support the letter as it's written, then we can simply approve that at the board, and we'll send our logo and send a support letter to Metro so they can proceed with our support.
All right, so I'm going to ask everyone to take a minute to read the letter, and then I'll ask for a motion. That's attachment E.
Right.
So Olivia,
Yes,
if I can ask a question of maybe either Steve or Jackie,
please go ahead.
does this letter cover all the things that the South Bay COG would be interested in regards to projects?
And my answer is it's more of the regional projects. It isn't our projects, isn't it? Is it?
It's not our sub-regional projects. It strictly relates to the regional program.
So do you think that
Metro's big projects.
so do you think it covers the things that we would be interested in, or do you think we should have our own separate letter?
Well, it covers the Metro regional priorities that we would be interested in, but it doesn't cover all of our sub-regional projects.
Yeah,
And we would not be seeking state funds for those projects anyway, I don't think.
well, but we would be seeking Metro. We want Metro to have interest in those projects. I mean, it includes the Green Line extension to Torrance.
Right.
And It talks about first and last mile connectivity. But a lot of these things are not happening in the South Bay.
That's why it's a countywide letter.
So that might be that we would want to send a letter to Metro saying that we're supporting this letter, but we want to go on record saying that a lot of what Metro is doing, we would like them to focus on the South Bay more than they're doing.
Okay, I'll make a motion to that effect then.
Okay, and do I have a second to that motion?
We have Luke and Lily are the other voters here.
Have a second? I'll make the second.
Okay,
May we have a reverse roll call, please?
Any opposition? Any abstentions? Okay, thank you.
so if for clarification, this will go on the board agenda and it will include the golden opportunity letter and then another additional letter that would go to Metro saying that we're supportive of these regional projects, but we would like to see a focus on a lot of what the South Bay is doing is different than Metro, like our local travel network. And we'd really like them to be emphasizing and helping us fund and implement the projects that we have. And that would be the thrust of
So
that.
is this time sensitive, the letter that they want us to approve?
Yeah, they want it by the end of the month so we can go to
Yes.
the board.
Oh, the reason I am asking that is because strategically it would be better if we get get approval first from the board saying that we want our letters sent to Metro and get approval for that and get Metro to agree to that before we agree to their letter. That's strategically if we had time to do that.
I don't think we do.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I see what you're saying, but the other cogs are all signing on to the Metro letter. And I just think that it's a rolling stone that we probably ought to be part of. And we should just then comment to Metro that a lot of what they're looking at is not addressing the areas. I had this discussion when the Office of Extraordinary Innovation came into being. I said, you know, I talked to them about the fact that Metro already has funding for all of the places where they're putting transit, but the places where they're not putting transit is where the extraordinary innovation ought to go. And so it's that kind of thing. It's saying, you know, where your investment is going. And in areas like ours, where we're trying to make different choices and different investments, we'd hope to have your attention, support, and funding as we can get it. So I think that would be the way the letter should be written, and
A specific reference to LTN and SBFN. the
Yeah,
Safe Fiber
yeah.
Network.
the things that we're doing. And I think that's, you know, Metro's got to, if you look at the whole county, we're not asking for a whole bunch more transit necessarily because they don't have the funds for that, but where they have funds for first and last mile and other things, I don't think they're focusing on areas like ours, and we'd like that to happen.
Can we see a draft of comments we would send to Metro?
Absolutely.
Sure.
We can try to get something together. The agenda packet for the board goes out next week. So if we can put something together this week, we can send it out to the Transportation Committee people and you can give us some feedback. So Steve, maybe you can help me with that.
Sure.
All right, so may I have a reverse roll call then? And this roll call, this is to approve both letters.
Okay. Any opposition to approving both letters? Any abstentions?
And the approval is the board to go to the
It's-
board.
Yeah, to forward to the board, right.
Okay, thank you.
All right. And now we have a presentation by Metro on the LIFE program.
David, who's here for that?
We've got. There we go.
There it is.
Good morning.
Hi, Armina.
Hi. Good morning. My name is Armina Saint and I'm LIFE's project manager. I'm glad for this opportunity to present updates on the LIFE program as well as excuse me, as well as Metro's fare resumption, some information on that as well. Today, just go over the fare resumption and Metro's 50% off prices, and as well as some enhancements that we have made to the LIFE program. On January 10th, today, Metro resumed fares, and with that, based on a board motion, the fares for regular 7-day and 30-day regular passes were off 50%. And this special offer is going to continue until June. As you can see, the 7-day fare for a day pass is down to $350 beginning today, and 7-day is offered at $12.50, and 30-day is $50 currently. For low-income fare is easy. LIFE program riders, participants, they're even a deeper discount. They can purchase the 7-day for $6.50 and 30-day for $26. So it's a deep discount for them. Senior is the individuals who are disabled and college and college students and K-12 as well. They can take advantage. If they are not part of FSI, they can also take advantage of the LIFE program and get deeper discounts as well. As an incentive for individuals to join the LIFE program, we are offering a 90-day free pass, which is a LIFE pass. Starting if they join the program prior to today, they would get their pass loaded beginning today. For individuals who are going to join us later, the pass would be loaded 24 hours after their enrollment is confirmed. Just wanted to present the LIFE program and the benefits that is offered under LIFE program. LIFE is a regional program, and we have 13 transit operators that participate in the program. We have 2 administrators, FAME Assistance Corporation and International Institute of Los Angeles, that administer the program throughout the county, and they work with 500 social service agencies. These are CBOs and governmental agencies, a combination of nonprofit and any agency that is serving low-income families is part of us as well. Below, we're showing the list of the operators that are part of a LIFE program. And we heard Glendale Beeline would also like to participate in the program. We're processing currently their MOU and adding them to LIFE's fare table. In the next 2 slides, I would like to explain the LIFE, different LIFE benefits that is offered to the low-income individuals. The first benefit is the monthly recurring benefit. It's offered to low-income individuals who are eligible for the program. A program is a means-based a program, but we also offer individuals the option to self-certify if they do not have a proof of income. Later on, we will ask for proof of income, in income list of criteria that they could show to get eligibility is a very long list of items that they qualify. First and foremost, if they are eligible to receive any state, federal, LA County subsidy, they would definitely be eligible to participate in the LIFE program. Any letter or award or a card that reflects that is acceptable to us. If they are, if they have a free lunch letter from their child's schools, they're also qualified to participate. Any unemployment letter or proof of income, their pay stub or a tax return is also acceptable. And if they do not have a valid TAP card, we will provide one for them and the members of their family. Under this category, we offer 20 free rides, which are regional good on any participating operator, or a discount towards a purchase of a pass from any participating operator. We have a long list of agencies that partner with us under this category. We have food banks, faith-based organizations, and educational institutions, low-income housing agencies, and the list is long, and I'm not going to bore you with that. This is a recurring benefit that is the individual can take advantage during the calendar month, and they could change their option depending on their transit needs of that particular month. For short-term benefits, we offer under this category a 4-trip disposable ticket, and they can use and then discard it after their use, or depending on their frailty, safety, or security, we also offer taxi coupons and vouchers under this category. This benefit was developed when we were developing the LIFE program. Homeless service and domestic violence service providers approached us, letting us know that their clients might have problem holding on to their TAP cards for a long period of time, or do not have the option, do not have their income verification or even a proof of ID. So we developed this to assist those individuals. The way that individual would get this benefit is through the agency caseworkers. Their case managers decide on eligibility of the client and determine the frequency and the number of trips that the clients could get. I wanted to share some of the improvements we have done to the LIFE program. We provided individuals with easier access. We, as of August 30th of this last year, Metro customer centers started accepting LIFE applications. We have improved all the website TAP municipal operators and a Metro website to make it easier for individuals to find information on the LIFE program. We have scheduled a variety of pop-ups in different locations of the county, making it easier for in-person signups. We have expanded our marketing campaign, and we continue doing so. emails have been sent to reduce fare riders participants to promote the enrollment. For easier signups, we have made we are offering self-certification, and also we have the online portal that was up in November 2nd, and people have been enrolling through the online portals. We also, excuse me. We are also offering working with the county agencies, various county agencies, to form a partnership, since their recipients, their participants do qualify for life. So we're trying to make signups easier for these participants. We are making life also more affordable. The free 20 trips, which happened to be very popular prior to the start of the pandemic, it would be still be offered. We are monthly passes, as I mentioned earlier, would be for life participants would be $26 a month. And also for the new enrollees, we're offering a free 3 months as an incentive for enrollment. Just to briefly go over the new improvement, this slide shows we have the new self-certify option. We offer tap cards to individuals who might not have one, and instead of a government issued ID, we ask for a photo ID for the applicant, from the applicant, sorry. Just to show on this slide, we're showing portion of the application that do offer the option for self-certification by checking that box. Here, they could just self-certify that they do meet our income guidelines. Next slide. Our income guidelines are based on HUDs, and we update it every year, meaning that more people could qualify for the LIFE program. Just a brief summary of what I mentioned. To apply, individual needs a photo ID. If they do not have a proof of income,
join the meeting.
Self-certify and just enjoy the benefits of the program. This slide shows various ways of individual can enroll in the program. They could walk into our administrator offices, FAME and IILA. They can mail or email their applications. They could drop it off at Metro's customer centers. They could participate in our at our pop-ups. They could apply through our new online portal. Not so new, of course, but they could apply through online portal. We have received large number of applications through the portal so far, and we're moving on to promote the portal as much as possible. That is one safe and healthy way for people to apply for the program. But of course, the other options are also available. Here, this slide has the contact info for, excuse me, FAME Assistance Corporation, and I'm sorry, and International Institute of Los Angeles. That brings me to the end of the presentation. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have.
I have a question, and that is just the 90, not the 90, the promotional is lasts until what date?
We do not have an end date for the promotion at this time.
Okay. Thank
So
you.
it's good to go.
But it's good for 90 days from when you sign up, right?
That's correct. For individuals who joined prior, as of yesterday, their 90 days was loaded today, this morning. And for individuals who are gonna join us in future, the 90 days would kick in 24 hours after their enrollment confirmation.
So that's for the free fares, but I think the question is about the discounts on passes? How long that promotional rate will last?
The discount, the 50% off is 6 months that starts today for 6 months. So individuals who run out of their 90-day free, they can purchase a monthly pass for $26 until July 10th.
Well, does that include, no, I think it said June 30th. So does that include the July passes or not?
It includes, it should, let me verify that and get back to you. That's a board motion, and I just want to make sure that it's, my understanding is 6 months from the resumption of fares, which is January 10th to July 10th. But let me verify that. I will send an email. Who's the contact person for this committee? I can send an email to them.
Send it to David and he can forward it. David Leger.
Okay.
And the issue for those who don't know about pass sales is that Metro starts pass sales in mid-month or after the 10th for the following month. So the question is whether they're only allowing purchase of a June pass, which would get them to June 30th, or whether they're allowing a purchase of a July pass up to June 30th. Or July 10th, which is when they stop selling them, I think.
I will ask the TAP people and I'll let you know, but just to provide an update, in order to make that easier for individuals, the past sales were 50% off December 15 for individuals who are purchasing the passes. They wanted to make that easier for them, even though it's officially taking effect January 10th, but individuals who purchase a pass in December were able to buy it half off.
They were buying a January pass though, right?
They were, regardless of a pass type, my
Regardless of whether it
understanding was
December or January.
yes.
I see.
To make it easier for them. They accommodated that.
We just need to confirm whether they're going to be allowed to do it for the end of the program too.
Yes, end of the promotion. I will get that answer for you from TAP team and I'll forward it to you.
Armene, I have a quick, hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right. I have a quick question from you. I didn't see PV Transit or Palos Verdes Transit on that list. Were they reached out to and they just didn't want to be on this list of participating transit organizations, or are they not eligible, or?
We have reached out when we implemented the program in 2019. We reached out to every agency. I personally made presentations to LTSS and BOS and also make presentations at TOG. So every operator was aware of the implementation of the new program, and we just made it available to anyone. We have not rejected anyone. So if you like me to reach out to them by all means. I know who with the people in charge have had contacts with them. I could reach out to them and definitely make the offer officially to them if you like me to.
No, if you could reach out to them again, because we have 25% seniors on the peninsula and they have zero income. So they would appreciate this program. So if you could reach out to them one more time, I would appreciate that.
Oh, no problem at all.
Thank you.
It will be, we actually encourage and like them to join us because it makes it a seamless program throughout the county. So it's an equity issue for us as well.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Armene, this is Leslie Scott with Beach Cities Transit. Can you also explain, though, again, it is a low income, so for some areas of geography, actually such as Redondo Beach, is there a threshold of how many low income, the number of either families or whatever metrics you use? Is there a number there that is a guideline of why some agencies are joining and some agencies are not, based on, again, the fact that life is a low income program?
I'm not sure, Leslie, if I understand your question. Are you asking why some of the operators are joining us and some are not?
Yes, some clarification on why there is a reason why some operators may not be joining due to the fact of the population being having a certain number of low income or not. I mean, there is a decision-making process based on low income. It's not just, we're joining or we're not joining.
We do not have any restrictions on any operator, regardless of their service area. We have not limited the offering to any operators based on their service area, if that answers your question. But it's up to the operator to join us or not. We cannot force. We offer the program, we tell them what the benefits are. And in fact, I've been to general managers meeting, making presentations. And there's nothing we can do if they don't want to join us. So it's, does that answer your question?
Somewhat. I guess what I'm getting at to help the others understand the decision-making process is that transit agencies are often evaluating what their group of low income residents are and determining their ridership and making an assessment also on their budget. Because I believe, can you also clarify if the transit agency is then making a contribution to or subsidizing part of that cost for life?
Yes and no. We do offer. We do reimburse the operators. We have a set reimbursement rate that we do reimburse the operators based on the 20 rides or the 4 ticket rides, or if a discount pass purchase, we make the operators whole in that. So if their pass is $50 and a discounted pass was purchased, so we reimburse the operator with $24, that discount that was provided to them. So they are whole. In retrospect, they do not offer, these subsidies are not offered by the operators. It's offered by Metro and reimbursed by Metro to each operator.
So they get reimbursed for what you get paid, or they get reimbursed for what you are not paid, what you forego in the discount?
They get reimbursed based on agreed upon dollars. Each operator that participates in the program signs an MOU. So let's say, let's take Long Beach, for example. I don't recall what their fare is, but I believe it's $50. So Long Beach, when Long Beach sells a pass to live participating person, they accept $26 from the person, and the $24 discount that is live discount for a regular rider is reimbursed to them, to Long Beach from life.
Gotcha. So it's both. They get the cash and they also get a reimbursement for the foregone revenue.
Yes, they get the cap. That's what you meant. Sorry. Yes, they
Yeah.
get their share from the customer.
Right.
And they get the discount from life.
Gotcha. So they're held to whatever they would charge for the normal discounted fare.
Yes, they're kept whole
Good.
for their purchase of a passes. Yes.
And the only other issue that munis sometimes have is that the administrative expense of it is more difficult for a smaller agency than it is for the bigger ones.
That's correct.
Thank you, Steve and Armine, for clarifying it again to let people know it's a decision process that the operators go through in regards to the agreement. So thank you.
Okay, good.
Sure.
Any other questions?
Thank you, Armine. We appreciate that presentation. It was very well done, very comprehensive. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. Appreciate it.
May we have the Metro updates next?
Anybody here from Metro to give any updates? Is Mark Durking around?
Marcus, yeah, Marcus here.
I'm here. Metro updates. We're looking with the new Omicron variant of the virus. We were hoping to do some type of walking tours on the Green Line in person, but we're moving that back. We're hoping to do something, say, the 1st of March. At least that's the direction that we're getting in terms of in-person events from our office of the CEO on in-person activities. So about March 1st, we're trying to go out. And then, we're just preparing for the draft document that's going to come out later this year. So that's where that is.
Is that coming out in the fall, we think?
Yes, we're thinking the draft is going to be coming out in the fall.
That's the draft EIR for the Green Line extension to Torrance.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So that's the draft email on the Green Line, Sea Line extension to Torrance. Steve highlighted a little bit. We're taking a look at the operating plan, but we want to make sure that we've got the right thing. I think actually the one that we're considering is the one that's going to go all the way up to Crenshaw, which is what this board and this body wanted initially. So we're back to where you guys wanted to go on that particular policy direction. I don't have anything else pressing at the moment. I know, Steve, you always have something to highlight. So
I think that a couple of the projects that we wanted to include in our letter were the Rail to River project that Metro has an interest in. And then also the Centinela grade separation project. We want to make sure that Metro pays attention to its obligations on that project.
Right. And that letter is more of a board and a policy direction letter. So it's something that our CEO is coordinating with the board members. So we're just trying to set up an advocacy platform to take this, both given the surplus of the state level and the stuff that's happening in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, I just think we want to make sure you don't think that's all we need is just what's in mind.
I know you have a lot of needs, sis.
Mark, can you please repeat when that draft EIR is expected to come out?
We're looking at sometime in the fall.
Thank you.
Sure.
Anything else?
I'm good.
Thank you. Now for the 3-month look ahead at attachment F.
I scroll down, hang on a sec. I think there's, the Metro budget request will come back to you in February. That's the new budget request for starting July 1. A list of projects under Measure R and Measure M. I think, let me see if there's anything else that was. Hermosa Beach is going to give a presentation to the Infrastructure Working Group on its new lane reduction pilot and the data collection study that it's going to do. So if you're interested in what's going on in Hermosa, you should plan to come to the Infrastructure Working Group. And we'll come back with the letter for the Green Line 30-year maintenance letter, as we've just talked about. And I think that's it for upcoming. As far as the board meeting goes this month, there's a presentation on San Pedro Port's congestion and South Bay landside challenges. This is typically they focus on what goes on in the southeast area up the Long Beach Freeway, but we wanted to make sure they understood and talk to us about what happens on the 110 freeway as people come out of the port. There'll be a Super Bowl presentation by the mayor, Mayor Jim Butts, and the support letter request. So that's it, I think.
All right, thank you. So this is receive and file. Do we need a motion for that?
No.
All right, thank you. So it is received and filed. Are there any announcements by anyone? If not, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, everyone, for the meeting. This meeting is adjourned.
Bye.
Good job, Olivia. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you.
See you soon.
All right.